I know I've probably asked you this question before, at least those in our church, but I thought it would make a good post nonetheless. Do any of you know William Cowper? Now, some of you who haven't heard before think, no, does he live down in Pollock? Well, not actually. You may not think you know him, but you know William Cowper. You could probably finish this line for me. Variety is, that's right, the spice of life. The way William Cowper first wrote it was, variety is the very spice of life that gives it all its flavor. This phrase comes out of a poem he wrote in 1785 titled The Task. It has literally hundreds of lines, and yet among them all, this is the phrase that we have chosen to remember most. Variety is the spice of life. Cowper wasn't the first poet to recognize the value of variety. Way back, 480 to 406 BC, there was a Greek poet named Euripides, and he wrote, "The variety of all things form a pleasure." You know what that gets me thinking of? God's creation. Another great thinker, Petrarch, said, "Sameness is the mother of disgust, variety the cure." We may really be able to identify with that over the past few weeks, huh? Now, we don't have to all be the same to be family. Did you know that in North America alone, there are 13 species of sparrows? I imagine the little sparrow was one of God's creations that he looked at and he says, "This is good." But I want you to look at what his word says in Luke chapter 12, verse 7. It reads like this, "Why, even the hairs on your head are all numbered." I realize that's easier for some than others, but God's got it down no matter who you are. "Fear not, you are of more value than many sparrows." As God did in the beginning with creation, I have no doubt that he did the same when he created you. He looked at you and he said, "This is good." You know, you are uniquely made. Psalm 139 verse 13 says, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb." There is no one like you. Variety, when it comes to people, is the spice of life. And you don't have to be like anyone else. For some of you, it's hard to believe that God would love you just as you are. You perceive the differences between yourself and others, and you feel odd, maybe even wrong. Believe me, I know. All you have to do is look at the posts and wonder how this guy ever became a preacher. There's a beautiful verse in Zephaniah 3:17 that says, "The Lord your God is with you. He is mighty to save. He will take great delight in you. He will quiet you with his love. He will rejoice over you with singing." Think about that just for a minute. The God that created you rejoices over you with singing. There is a God, and he is real, and he loves you because he made you. That's my time. Thanks for your time. Until next time.